No matter where you're coming in from north, south, east, or west, we'll find mostly our usual traffic conditions and just some slowdowns in the usual spots. Now, Chattanooga always a bit tight, heading up northbound on I-75, heading toward the Smoky Mountains. Also, coming in from Kentucky or Ohio, you'll find some slowdowns with some construction in various spots, especially right around the Tennessee-Kentucky border. And as you head into Sevier County itself, might see a slowdown or two in the Knoxville area, but a good way to avoid Knoxville is to take 640 around. That brings you right east of town and gets you further on your way to exit 407. And of course, North Carolina side, you'll look for some traffic conditions and slowdowns near the border. That's your look at traffic. And I know Kara and Savannah have been having some fun, and let's see what they're up to.
It is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. And pardon me if I look sad today, because today is pool closing day for me.
Yes.
So
I'm going to keep mine open one more day.
Really, just so you can
because you're depressed, and I don't want to be depressed today. You're depressed. No, I'm going to keep it open all month.
I did that. I kept mine open until Halloween one year, but there were so many leaves in it that I regretted it. And the water was so cold by the end of the month.
Oh, it is cold.
But I will, so yesterday was my last swim day, and now today I just...
Doesn't bother me. I don't have a pool. I just go to the river.
That's
cold.
And now that my pool is closed,
Yeah,
I got to take you up on that offer to find that river.
I wonder how many pans of boiling water in a large pool it would take to get the water warm.
I had a pool heater in California, and it cost so much money to move it up 1 degree, it was not worth it. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sorry. Here's Brad Lovett.
Well, ours, where I live, of course, I don't have control over that, but September 2nd, that's it. It's fall.
Not fair. Ooh. See, that's why I kept mine open until October 10th.
Right. So that's a good time. I think ours should stay open until October 10th. We asked, but wasn't going to be no dice on that.
Okay.
But anyway, a few things going on starting today includes the Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair. That is located, of course, in Gatlinburg at the Convention Center, and all kinds of crafts from everywhere. So definitely be there.
As long as they have the cherry pits that I can use as a heating pad, that's what I want. You microwave the cherry pits. They're stitched into some. I want that. It's like it's like a snake almost, and you heat it and you wrap it around your whatever it is that's sore.
I can tell you, if you've not been, you need to go.
He is on a cherry pits quest. Someone find him some cherry pits, please.
That you microwave, the microwavable cherry pits.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you put this, it's like a handmade, sewn up bag of cherry pits, but it's got like a bean bag.
Yeah.
And you can microwave it, and the cherry pits get hot, and then you can put it on your back, you can put it on your...
Yeah, and they spritz it with some essential oils and the aromatherapy.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yes. I just had mine smell like a wet rag. That's what I was thinking. It smelled like...
No, they put the nice little
But what
essential
are non-essential oils?
Non-essential.
Yes, I wonder, what are the non-essential oils?
I don't know. It's just what they call them.
Can I buy those at a discount, $1 store or something?
Because to me, an essential oil would be olive oil and 10W30.
Yes. 10W30.
10W40.
Oh, that's even better.
10W40.
I don't think I would use that on the cherry pit. snake.
That's what
Probably
those are
not
my
a good
essential
idea.
oils. Did we even do the news? Did I totally did I ruin it?
We're getting into the non-essentials.
We're talking about
All right.
the thing at the convention center. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, the
right.
craft show. It is really
Part
something.
of it.
One of my friends said, I like that part of the show that's like The View except with guys.
It's about what this is.
What we call it
like.
the viewing stuff with guys. Okay?
I'm Whoopi Goldberg. Moving on.
Except when someone's gone, then we get Kira in here. But
Carry on.
all right. Anyway, at the fair, something for everybody there, and they let's see, it's Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair and the Smoky Mountain Resort Ministries provide a free kids corner during that's during the summer fair, but the fall fair it's open 10 to 6 p.m. Weekdays starting today, and Sundays 10 to 5, and $7 admission for adults. Children 12 and under get in free.
Okay.
So check that out. Another thing going on starting tonight is at Zoo Knoxville. It's Boo at the Zoo.
Boo.
Goes on the next several weekends. Now tonight's event is for season pass holders only. So
This is a kid-friendly trick-or-treat event.
Yes.
So as you go through, as you take the kids in costume through the zoo, there's tables set up from all sorts of sponsors, and they're handing out candy.
It's a fun event. My grandkids go. It's a lot of fun.
I've taken our grandkids,
Yeah.
and yes, lots of fun.
I took some people from the FBI Citizens Academy, and we handed out brochures on what to do if your child gets abducted.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
Well,
we-
still
But
use-
it's useful
sadly, use
information. You've got to pass it out. People need to know these things.
The
So
FBI has
they're
an
doing
app.
a great
They-
thing.
Yeah, we had these kits. You fingerprint the child and you save it. And you had a swab, a DNA swab, in it. I'm sorry, but that's what we did.
You know, it is funny, but it's very necessary.
All right,
It
amen.
is
Sadly.
very necessary.
Yes.
Yes, but we have a lot going on here in Sevier County as well. Of course, Oktoberfest at over Gatlinburg.
Ooh, yeah, I've got friends singing up there. Saw some great pictures of them and videos of them in action.
Pumpkins.
Then, of course, at Dollywood, we have Luminites and, of course, the Gospel Festival, Southern
And
Gospel
I
Festival.
did look it up. They are calling it Great Pumpkin Luminites.
Yes.
I got the press release from Wes Ramey, and I'm looking through it to see if there's any connection to Charlie Brown, but I don't think so. I think they're allowed to call it Great Pumpkin Luminites. Yeah.
So that's what they do. I thought I saw a disclaimer that said that it was not related to the...
That probably is true, but they are still calling it
Right.
that. Okay.
Yes, so it's Great Pumpkin Luminites, all the pumpkins, everything to see. Of course, you got the whole new Wildwood Grove section.
Oh, yeah, good
of
stuff.
Dollywood. So plenty to do there, and hoping during this staycation week to be going.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A lot of us in this Knox County and East Tennessee area taking spring break. Spring break. I'm not
Fall break.
To me, when I was a kid, there was no fall break. There was just school and maybe a spring break. Or Mud Week, we called it back in those days because we were in the north. But anyway, while you're out and enjoying fall break, take advantage of our deep discounts on incredible attractions in and around Sevier County and the Smoky Mountains. Call our concierge service at 865-978-1152. Ask about Mountain Fun Life best deals. Tell them what you like to experience, and they've got a deal that'll be just right up your alley. You'll be very happy that you did. We get the tickets at a discount, and we pass the savings along to you with no strings attached, no hassles. You just save money. The end. All right, we'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming right up. For Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, and Robert Owenby, I'm Frank Murphy. Thank you, as always, for watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy, and our mission here at Mountain Fun Life is to talk about all of the great things to do in and around the Smoky Mountains. And today, my guest is Marcus Watson from Gatlinburg Skylift Park. Welcome, Marcus.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Now, this is a family tradition for you to be involved in Gatlinburg Skylift Park, because this attraction has been around since, what, 1954?
Yeah, so the Gatlinburg Skylift has been around since 1954. It's the longest running attraction in Gatlinburg, so this is our 65th year of operation.
Oh, wow.
It's not locally owned, it's corporately owned by Boyne Resorts. They're based out of Michigan.
Yeah.
But myself and my father and my grandfather has been involved in operations, so I'm the third generation to be involved in the actual operation on site.
Okay, so they've been at Gatlinburg Skylift for 40, your dad 40 plus years, your
Yes.
grandfather even longer.
Yeah, so my father's been the general manager for over 20 years.
Yeah.
He's worked there in general for 42 years, and then my grandfather started from the beginning
Wow.
in some form or fashion.
So the legend is that they actually built the skylift to bring food up to your grandfather. Is that?
That's actually the first I've heard of it, but that sounds pretty good.
I made it up. I actually did just make it up just now.
Yep.
But you could tell them that. Tell your family that, oh yeah, that's what they're going with.
Yep.
But so we've seen the pictures behind us, the famous 3-person chairlift that has taken visitors up, but you've updated that and added many new attractions, especially recently in 2019.
Yeah, so originally from 1954 moving on, it started off as a single chairlift. Then after that, it moved to a double seat.
Yeah.
And now we're at a 3 seat. So that's kind of the evolution of the actual chairlift.
And that's
itself.
one since about 2017 or so.
Yeah, so in
Okay.
2016, the fires happened, and that actually burnt down the top portion of our attraction. So in May of 2017, we opened the chairlift back up. It's a Doppelmayr chairlift, brand new chairlift.
Yeah.
And we were just doing round trip rides up and back down the mountain. So the visitor could still see the beautiful views that they're wanting to see. They just couldn't unload at the top because we're doing the construction of the Sky Bridge, the Sky Deck, and the Sky Center. So on May 17th of this year is when we opened up the Sky Bridge and all the new additions on top of the mountain. So now that's available for our guests today.
So this has gotten huge hype because it's the world's longest pedestrian suspension bridge.
It is North America's longest
North
pedestrian
America.
suspension
Oh,
bridge.
beg your pardon. Well, I'm not going to go anywhere else. So,
Exactly.
as far as I'm concerned. No, but go ahead. So it's a suspension bridge. So that means, if in New York we always heard about suspension bridges because you had the main bridges that go across the Hudson River where had the big cables.
Yep.
So it's the same technology.
It's a simple suspension bridge, and it's 680 feet long, North America's longest for pedestrian only. In the middle, there's 3 glass panels, a total of 15 feet long, so you can see all the way down the bottom, which is 150 feet. So that kind of builds the adrenaline aspect of the attraction.
Exactly. This is the part that some people that I can't wait to go try myself.
Yes.
I would do a handstand on it if I could do a handstand.
Yeah.
But other folks are freaked by it. I think it's terrific. Tell us why we should stand right there and look straight down.
Well, it's slowly becoming an iconic, Instagram-worthy part of
There you go.
the visit to the Skylift. So there's really 3 aspects I like to tell people about, the Gatlinburg Skylift Park with the bridge specifically. So the first thing is you get bragging rights to say that you walked across North America's longest pedestrian suspension bridge. Check it off your bucket list. The second thing is the adrenaline factor you get when you walk across the glass. That completely changes the whole dynamic of the attraction. And then the third thing is what we like to talk about the most is to step back and look at the beautiful views of the Smoky Mountains and get to see what Gatlinburg is all about and what the Smoky Mountains are all about. And that's what our attraction's been about for the past 65 years.
Because as much as I love Gatlinburg, when you're down at street level and you see the neon and the moonshine places and all the fun things to do, the great nightlife, but you got to take advantage of literally the best vantage point, and that's height, getting up to see the distance. You talk about the famous Park Vista Hotel. Why is that great? Because it's tall and it looks out onto just the pristine part of the Smokies, which is the same thing that you can show.
That's correct. So when you're on top of the mountain, whether you're on the Sky Deck, up in the Sky Center, or on the Sky Bridge, or even riding the Skylift back down the mountain, on a clear day you can see the 3 highest points in the Smoky Mountains, which is Klingman's Dome, Mount Guyot, and Mount LeConte. And on top of that, you can see the full length of the town of Gatlinburg, a full panoramic view of it. So if you're visiting Gatlinburg and you want to see the Smoky Mountains, this could be your one stop to get that experience.
Absolutely. All right, what's the easiest way for us to find you? Obviously, we found your website for the TV screen behind us, but how do I find it again?
As far as location-wise, we're 765 Parkway, right in the middle of downtown Gatlinburg. Our website is gatlinburgskylift.com, and our Instagram is Gatlinburg Skylift, and the same with our Facebook as well. So that's our 2 main social medias along with YouTube. So if you want some additional information, you can visit those social media pages.
Absolutely great. All right, and with the fall colors and all the other, actually year-round, I can't think of a time when I wouldn't want to see that view of the Smokies. I love it in the spring when the flowers are blooming, and of course in the fall when you see all the vibrant colors. So Marcus Watson, 3rd generation at Gatlinburg Skylift Park. All right, you tell your parents and everyone, the rest of the family, that we made up some joke about that they haven't come down. You're the first Watson to come down off the mountain.
Made it down to the mountain.
In 65 years.
Yep.
All right. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel.
How do we turn moments into memories? Those moments where the right people are right beside you. And the anticipation of reaching the top makes you feel like a kid again. Where the only arguments are who goes first. And trying something new never gets old. Visit us at Anakeesta, where there's magic in the mountains.
You're watching Morning in the Mountains, and this is the Mountain Fun Life channel. And what a nice week we've had temperature-wise. We've actually been able to open some windows and just enjoy the outdoors a little more than we have in the last few weeks. So if you're planning your vacation in the Smoky Mountains, you're going to want to take a jacket with you. Always a good idea anyway, because the weather can change so much anyway. You can have warm weather and chilly weather, but right now temperatures in the 70s, heading toward possibly the low 80s later on in the weekend. But we can all be thankful for the end of the 90s, at least for right now. I'm Brad Lovett. That's a look at the weather, and this is the Mountain Fun Life channel.
When I became disabled, I lost my ability to work. It was then I knew I should have called the Garza Law Firm first.
At Garza Law Firm, we want to end your frustration and strengthen your claims so you can have the disability benefits that you need. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Thank you for watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel on this 1010. My grandfather had a joke. I'm sorry. I'm Frank Murphy with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. He says, "What time is it when the two Model Ts collide in Ireland? 10 to 10.
Yeah,
10 to 10.
that would make sense.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
makes sense.
Today is 1010. It reminds me of the radio station my grandpa listened to in New York and himself. So there we go.
And even in Columbus, Indiana, I have a friend who may be watching, used to work at 1010 CSI in Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, very cool. All right, Brian, what's up?
Well, we've got congratulations to go out to the Sevierville Fire Department.
Yes.
Along with two other departments in the state that were recognized, but they're not around here, so we're not going to mention. I'm just kidding. They're recognized for their work and dedication to preventing or mitigating the loss of life, property, and resources associated with life safety and other disasters by a national peer review panel of professionals. And those departments were judged on several categories, including identifying and assessing and prioritizing their communities at risk to all kinds of fire and other threats. So congratulations to the local Sevierville Fire Department.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Well done. You know, they've stepped up their game. All the fire departments locally have stepped up their game since the wildfires.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it shows. So good
Yeah,
job.
The great guys. Great guys.
Absolutely. Now, we have lots of reasons to feel positive about the economy, and according to a survey from Middle Tennessee State University, their Office of Consumer Research at its Jones College of Business, they say the Tennessee Consumer Business Outlook rose several points now. I don't know what these numbers mean. I'm sure somebody does. 214 from 187, so it's a higher number, so that's
Okay.
apparently good.
All right.
Back in June, Middle Tennessee seems to have the most positive impression of the economy, the Nashville area, of course, but we've got to be second, I would think, anyway.
Yeah. Well, you said unemployment is so low in Sevier County. That obviously
Right.
is a factor in business growth. Excellent.
And that was from that same study. 2.5% is our unemployment rate as of June. Now, of course, that goes up and down as the seasons change.
Yeah.
But right now we have a lot more steady employment because we're getting to be more of a year-round destination.
Very nice.
And so we have a lot of groups that come in, especially during the winter time now, a lot of church groups on the weekends. And still can get a deal on a cabin if it's January and early in the week especially. But we've got some pretty busy times pretty much all year round right now.
You could have a tender Tennessee Christmas.
Yes. And if you have it January 3rd, it's going to be a lot cheaper than on December 22nd.
Well, you can have a celebrate the Armenian Christmas on January 6th in Tennessee. A tender Armenian Christmas in Tennessee.
I always thought it'd be a great thing to get a big cabin. We have some huge cabins around here. Big cabin, bring the whole family, and hope they can
That sounds
all,
like my wife's dream as well. I'll have to work on that.
and hope they can all get along under the same roof. But that's not the story.
Yeah, I've
For a
stayed in
week
one
or
of those big
whatever.
ones before. They're wonderful. About
Yeah.
50 people in one cabin.
What?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah, we had a movie theater, multiple levels, game room. It was awesome. It was
I have been to the
Awesome.
I can't
to the grand opening of one of them.
Yeah.
And huge. And we had parties and things like that.
This is
in,
like Downton Abbey for the rustic life.
huge.
Or
5-story. I mean, massive.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
massive. But
Are those the ones
So
that Bob
much
the
fun.
plumber runs?
I believe
probably
some
so.
of them-
I bet he built some.
Yes, he has
some,
some
right?
of those.
Because they're incredible.
gotta
They
call
really are.
Gotta call. He's like the part owner of the network. I gotta call him.
Let's see.
Immediate.
Christmas party. Let's see. We'll all stay the weekend. Okay.
Speaking of
I mean,
discount,
we should do a live show up in
Yeah.
the mountains there in
Good
one of
idea.
the cabins.
yes.
All right, Bob.
Bob.
Deal.
It's on you, buddy.
Plumber.
Find us a cabin that
Thank
we
you.
can stay in for that weekend.
All right.
There you go.
I'm in.
And we did mention earlier in the week, in case you weren't watching, but why weren't you? Anyway, the Tennessee Smokies baseball team announced they have been reunited with their grounds dog after
Hooray.
disappeared from the stadium.
And it feels so good.
Feels so good, reunited. Peaches and one of the,
One of the
the
herbs.
same herb, but several different peaches.
Yes.
The team said Hound Dog, who was nothing but a hound dog, made a safe return to the Smokies Stadium Monday, weeks after its disappearance.
The best part, if you missed the Monday show, wait till you hear this, where they found the dog.
Yes.
At or near the flea market.
Oh, that dog
Great
is a
Smokies
smart
flea
dog.
market.
At
Smart
or near
dog.
the flea market. Okay.
That's a smart dog. I
All right.
was at a campground a couple weeks ago, and this dog showed up about 11 o'clock at night when we were around the fire. He just come out of the shadows and was like,
Only you can prevent
See,
forest fires.
It was hilarious. So we called the main office, and they're like,
Yeah.
we're like, there's this dog, and we don't know whose it is. He goes, oh, that's a dog from next door neighbors. He makes his rounds every weekend around 10:30, 11 o'clock, acting like a homeless dog. And just begging for food. I said, boy, is he a smart dog or what? So, way to go, Smokey, the dog.
Yes, sounds like your friend's dog still has a little bit of the wolf left in him.
That was funny.
All right.
So I could see why he was at the flea market.
Cool. Well, speaking of saving money, which we weren't, but flea markets, you can save money when you call our Mountain Fun Life Best Deals at 865-978-1152. Let our staff help you find what is best for you. We get tickets at a deep discount, and we pass those deep discounts right on to you. You'll be amazed at how well you can save money on some awesomely fun things to do and experience in and around the Smoky Mountains. Even if this is your next to last day of fall break, that's okay. Give us a call and you can pick up the tickets and go to the attraction the same day. 865-978-1152. We'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains, along with Brad Lovett and Jim Johnson and Robert Owenby. I'm Frank Murphy. Be right back. It's Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy here with Jim Johnson. I'm sorry, as you saw earlier in the show, today is my pool closing day.
It's a sad
I know. I'm going to, I got to go watch them pull the shroud. I call it the shroud. Exactly. Above the, it's really just a pool cover, but I call it the shroud.
Well, what we should do is on New Year's Day, we should have a polar bear challenge in your pool. Pull it back, jump in, come out.
Maybe.
It'd be fun. I bet we could get a whole bunch of people there.
I
Don't want that? Me and you just jump. Would you jump in?
No, because I know all the antifreeze chemicals they dump in there.
That's true. They
It's
do put a
nasty.
lot in it. It is very cold. I mean, it would be very hard pressed for me to jump in a.
I would go to a
pool.
different pool somewhere else and do the polar, or you go to a lake or something.
Would you do it? Would you do the polar bear challenge?
I'd rather not, but I would, because I'm self-conscious about being in my bathing suit in public.
Listen, I dove into the water over here not too long ago, and it was so cold. They said don't touch it before you jump in, because if you do, you won't.
Put like you know how kids wear sometimes leashes, you put a leash on your, I would like to have some kind of rope around me.
Making sure.
So that after I freeze up, you can pull me out.
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold. Good friend of mine and us went out on a boat, Kevin Jardet. Thanks for taking out that day, but I'll hate you forever for making me jump in that water.
Okay.
No, I won't, man.
Oh, well, that's, see, swimming, the reason I brought that up is because swimming is a sport.
It is a sport.
So today's my last day. If I get onto the show on time, I might be able to go in the pool before they close it up.
I need to do the same thing with mine. I don't think I'm going to do it.
But there's a
today,
very
but
strong chance they're
tomorrow.
at the house right now doing it right as I speak.
Yeah. Hopefully you make it home just
see.
in time for them to pull that blanket over.
So sports, there's actual team sports in Sevier County on this day, Thursday, October 10th.
That's right,
because
because
it
it's
is
Rivalry Thursday.
Rivalry
Thursday.
That's a big thing now because football is so big, they've expanded from Friday night to Thursday night.
Yeah, it's because football is absolutely insane in Tennessee. Because
Yes.
we take our football very seriously.
So what's the rival? What do we got?
The rivalry tonight is between Austin East at Gatlinburg Pittman.
Ooh, and
game.
I know Ryan
game.
Desir, who's the big cheese at Ripley's. He is a GP alum. This is his wife, and he always posts about how every other football stadium is terrible, but how the Gatlinburg Pittman is the perfect football viewing experience. Like he'll go to a game at one of the other stadiums and he'll post a picture of the stadium. Like he did this at Northview a couple of weeks back, and photoshopped the Northview into the mouth of a volcano. He said it was so hot and so uncomfortable.
That's actually a good comparison, I'd say.
But then he does the GP stadium, and he shows it as being this idyllic paradise.
Beautiful waters, fountains, springs of water, and cool
So
breezes.
tonight's game is at GP, where
That's right.
So Ryan Desir can be happy.
And then we've got Pigeon Forge at Northview Academy in Kodak. So it's
Even though it may have
we
been
have a
hot
friend
that
over
one
there.
time. Well, Mike Howard's son graduated from Northview and then went on to play at Carson Newman. He's an actor, DJ. And so it's Pigeon Forge at Northview. And our friend Rich Haley is the stadium announcer at Northview.
who we had here.
Yeah.
He came in and helped us with one of our
Got to
shows
get him
one
back
time.
to
He's
get a little
great guy.
more, because he really follows the local sports scene. He's a stringer for the Mountain Press newspaper, etc.
We should have him come in and tell us about that game. We could say, have him do a recap of the game.
Good idea.
I think that's a good idea.
I
Make
like
a
it.
phone call. You know him. Say,
I
hey,
do.
Get on the phone.
Absolutely will do. All right. So that's 2 games tonight right here in Sevier County. That's good.
And if you want more information about the kind of sports going on in the high school world, CoachT.com covers everything from girls and boys sports across the state, not just here locally, but also across the state of Tennessee. So if you want to know what's going on, check out CoachT.com.
Yeah, scores, schedules, statistics, everything. You could articles. They even do like a talk show, all sorts of stuff about sports.
Great stuff. Good. And it's boys and girls sports, from
right.
soccer and lacrosse.
Yeah, so we're
Not
happy
just
to.
football,
We're not
baseball.
affiliated with them in any way. We're just sharing the love. Because much the same way you share the love when you tell your friends and family about the Mountain Fun Life channel on Roku, YouTube, and of course on Facebook. We do appreciate your watching us each and every weekday morning right here on Morning in the Mountains. We'll be back with more coming right up. Well, that wraps up the Thursday, October 10th program. I'm Frank Murphy with Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, and Robert Owenby. And now I'm going to drive home to Knoxville and watch them pull the tarp over my pool, and I will sing taps. If I hurry, let me wrap this up quick, because if I get there fast enough, I might be able to jump in before.
There you go.
But Don't close it. The important part is to get out before they pull the tarp over.
That's pretty important.
Exactly.
So if I'm here tomorrow, you'll know I've made it. Thank you so much for watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. For Brad, Jim, and Robert, I'm Frank, and we will talk to you tomorrow.